Hello and welcome. I'm Jennifer Stroman and I'm going to be going over the Red Aspen compensation plan. This is actually the beginner's overview and it's just to give you a little bit of an insight of what our amazing compensation plan is like. I know coming from another company or those that are looking in, sometimes it's hard to compare compensation plans or look at a compensation plan and really understand it, but ours is actually really simple. And I don't want to give a ton of information here, so we are going to focus on the beginner ranks. I think that once you get up to the leadership levels, it gets a little more complicated, and it's really not a good way to start out. So one thing I love about our compensation plan is that we have a ton of added perks. So let's just hop in. Let's just do this. What we're going to cover is we are going to go over the following ranks. We're going to go over brand ambassador, brand leader, senior brand leader, brand manager, and senior brand manager. This is going to give you a little bit of the basics, and at the end, I will give you a little insight on what our director levels look like. But first, let's go over a couple definitions that I will be using, some verbiage that I will be using throughout this video. The first thing is personal volume is abbreviated as PV, and it'll be recognized multiple times through this video as PV. Brand ambassador is abbreviated as BA. It's actually defined as an independent Red Aspen business owner, but you will hear myself and many others commonly use it to refer to someone that's enrolled in Red Aspen. So if we say BA, we may be referring to just someone who is enrolled, not necessarily by their rank. We're also going to go over these definitions: levels, sales active, active leg, and group volume. Some of these definitions maybe you already know. Sometimes the verbiage is a little different from company to company, so I want to make sure that you understand what each definition actually means. What are levels? So when you sponsor someone, they are your level 1. When your level 1 sponsors someone, that person becomes your level 2. When your level 2 sponsors someone, that becomes your level 3. Following? So here's a cute little quick diagram. The blue dot is you. The green would be your level 1. The purple would be your level 2. The yellow would be your level 3. And the red is your level 4. Sales active. So to be considered sales active in a commission period, which is typically day 1 to the last day of the month. To be sales active in a commission period, you have to achieve 120 in personal volume or more, excluding tax, shipping, and discounts. This can come, all of the PV, the personal volume, can come from personal sales, show sales, pop-up orders, or loyalty box sales. But to be sales active, you have to be able to sell 120 in that commission period. All right, let's talk about active leg. First, a leg is the team that is formed from one of your personally sponsored, and it includes their entire downline. So an active leg does not mean that your personally sponsored BA needs to have 120 for their month. A leg will count as active as long as at least one person in that leg is at or above 120 in PV. The only alternative to this an alternative to having 120 in PV is if that brand ambassador is in her enrollment month. Something that we do here at Red Aspen is when you have someone enroll, they're actually considered active their first month. So here's a great diagram. Kelly has all of these wonderful ladies on her team, and she has Kim, who is not active. Jane is not active. Mary is not active. But you see the red dot, Lauren is active, and Lauren is 4 levels below Kelly, but because Lauren is active and she has 120 in personal volume, Kim has an active leg. That isn't considered an active leg. So Kelly has 1 active leg through Kim. Okay? So over on the other side, let's look over at Sarah. Let's say Sarah is a brand new enrollee. Okay, so she just enrolled today. It's the last day of the month. That green dot above her is now an active leg. So Kelly can count that leg as well. If nobody else on in that particular organization has become active, Sarah would be the one considered as an active leg. So I also want to point out that Kelly would be you on our other diagram that we just covered. Kim and Beth would be your level 1. Jane would be your level 2. Mary and Sarah would be your level 3. And Lauren would be your level 4. Group volume. So group volume is your total volume created by you and your levels 1 through 3. This is also used to calculate qualifications for rank promotions and rank maintenance, which basically means this is going to determine whether you rank up or you maintain your rank. So I'm going to go backwards just for a second, and I'm going to look at this diagram one more time. So your group volume is your levels 1, 2, and 3 plus you. So basically, looking at this diagram, it would be everyone's volume except for the red dots. Red dots are considered level 4, and that would not be considered your group volume. So this one is very interesting to me. We have a sales track. I'm not quite sure if there's another company out there that has this. I found this very unique with Red Aspen, but there may be some out there that I just haven't seen. We actually have a sales track, which means your personal volume, you're not wanting to build a team, but you're here and you actually get a title for your sales. So let's go over them very quickly. As a brand ambassador, your BA, if you sell between 0 and 119 in personal volume, you're considered a BA and you receive 25% in personal commission. A sales ambassador sells between $120 and $999 in personal volume, and they receive 27% in personal commission. A sales leader has $1,000 to $1,999 in personal volume, and they receive 30% personal commission. When you have $2,000 to $3,999 in personal volume, you are considered a sales manager, and at that level, you receive 33% personal commission. The last title on the sales track is sales executive, and that title is $4,000 in personal volume or above, and you receive 35% in personal commission. And this does not include enrolling anyone. This is if you are not building a team. This excites me. Let's talk about the Dashing Start program. A lot of companies have fast start programs, and this is ours. I absolutely love this program. There's something very unique about it compared to some of the others out there. And the one thing that stands out to me is the fact that when you enroll a new brand ambassador, they actually have 2 full commission periods plus their enrollment month to accumulate these particular rewards. So if you have a brand ambassador who starts on the 2nd of the month, they actually have that entire month plus 2 full months to achieve this Dashing Start. I love that. So let's go over them very quickly. Level 1, to receive the level 1 reward on your Dashing Start, you need to have 500 in personal volume. This is a cumulative, guys. This is so obtainable. You can absolutely get $500 in personal volume. I'm sure you'd get that in the first couple weeks of being a brand ambassador, but you have 2 full commission periods plus your enrollment month to do this. When you do that, you receive a $25 Dash box. This is a surprise. You don't know what's coming in it, and I absolutely love that part of it. But it is products and also any kind of business tools that the company sends. On level 2, this is when you begin enrolling individuals. So you have to enroll one person who goes sales active. If you remember, that's 120 in personal volume. So you enroll one that has 120 in personal volume, and you yourself have 500 in personal volume, or you have 1,000 in personal volume and don't enroll anyone, and you will achieve level 2, which is a $50 Dash box. Again, remember, this is a cumulative over the course of your 2 full commission periods plus your enrollment month. When you get up to level 3, you must enroll 2 people who go sales active plus have 1,000 in personal volume, or have 2,000 in personal volume and not enroll anyone. When you get to level 3, you get a $100 Dash box, which is full of surprise goodies that come to your door. Plus, you get a $100 cash bonus. That makes me happy. Level 4. When you get to level 4, you must enroll 3 people who go sales active. So all 3 of them need to have 120 in personal volume, and you yourself need to have 1,500 in personal volume over the course of 2 full commission periods plus your enrollment month, or 4,000 in personal volume to achieve level 4. When you get to level 4, you get $200 in Dash box goodies delivered to your door, plus a $250 cash bonus. In addition to these Dashing Start rewards, to absolutely make sure that you are helping your newest brand ambassador and you're giving them your full support, we actually provide you with a sponsor reward on levels 3 and 4 that include Dash boxes and cash bonuses. This is like a match on those levels, level 3 and level 4. All right, so let's move on to the different ranks. Brand ambassador. As we said in the sales track, the brand ambassador starts at that $0 to $119. This is your introductory rank. This is when you very first start out, and you will receive commission as listed in the sales track, 25 to 35% commission. So as a brand ambassador, you start out at 25% and you climb up from there. This is the base level each month. So each month you start out as a brand ambassador and work your way back to maintaining or achieving a new rank. Brand leader. So at brand leader, again, you're going to have 25 to 35% in commission. But at brand leader, you must have 120 in personal volume for that commission period. So for that month, there's no requirement to have group volume whenever you are at brand leader level. However, you do have to have 1 active leg. So if somebody enrolls the same month that you do and you have 120 in personal volume, they are considered an active leg. So even having 120 in personal volume and just enrolling someone at the last minute at the end of the month, you are considered a brand leader. When you are a brand leader, you do start to receive 3% on your level 1. So if that person that you enrolled actually had sales, you will receive 3% of those sales as long as you have your 120 in personal volume. You must be active to receive that level 1 commission. Senior brand leader. This is the next step up, and you again receive 25 to 35% commission depending on how much you sell. You must have 200 in personal volume at this level. You must have 1,000 in group volume. If you remember, the group volume is levels 1 through 3. You have to have 1 active leg. That's all, just 1 active leg, whether that's you have 1 person on your team or you have 10 people on your team, you've got to have 1 active leg. And when you get to senior brand leader, your level 1 commission percentage goes up to 8%. So you will receive 8% on your level 1s as long as you have the active 120. So you've got to have 120. And then for the 8%, you're going to have 200 in personal volume. Okay. So for senior brand leader, just to recap, because I feel like I just confused you, have 200 in personal volume, 1,000 in group volume, 1 active leg, and you get 8% off of that active leg, or that level 1 in that active leg. Brand manager. So brand manager, you receive 25 to 35% commission. You must have 300 in personal volume, 2,000 in group volumes. That's everybody in levels 1 through 3 plus yourself. And you must have 2 active legs. So you either have 2 enrolled who have 120, or you have an organization and you've got 2 legs that are active. And once you get to brand manager, you've now unlocked a level 2 commission. So you get 8% on your level 1s and 3% on your level 2. So at this point, you're actually starting to really grow a team. That is why it makes sense to unlock that next level. You start getting paid on them. Before you get to brand manager, typically you really only have level 1s. You might have a couple level 2s, but you're not quite building a team until you're getting to brand manager. Senior brand manager. So this is the top of the beginner's compensation plan, and you will receive 25 to 35% commission depending on your sales. You must have 400 in personal volume, 4,000 in group volume, 3 active legs, and at this point your percentages go up and you unlock another level. So at senior brand manager, when you have 400 in personal volume, 4,000 in group volume, and 3 active legs, you receive 10% on your level 1s, you receive 5% on your level 2s, and 1% on your level 3s. That's where the magic starts to happen. Now I'm going to briefly go over the director ranks. I don't like to get into too many details when someone is first starting out, but I will be doing a video to cover these ranks, the leadership ranks at the leadership level very soon. I'll do it probably in the next couple weeks, but let's just go over this briefly. So director ranks, you receive the 25 to 35% commission just like everyone else. You receive 10% level 1 commission, 5% level 2 commission, 1% level 3 commission. When you get into the leadership ranks, you are now unlocking generation commissions, and those percentages vary. And it also, we do not have any breakaway. I didn't list that here, but we do not have a breakaway. So what a breakaway means is in some companies, someone gets to a certain level, and when they do, they break away from you. And some companies, you're actually rooting for your downline to not succeed because once they get to that level, you no longer get paid on them. We do not do that. So with generation commissions, you are unlocking those generation bonuses. The percentages vary, and we do not have a breakaway. You also unlock leadership bonuses. The leadership bonuses are a consistency bonus. So each month, if you maintain the rank that you had before, you will receive your consistency bonus, meaning you hit that rank again, you get the bonus. Every time you hit that rank, you will get that leadership bonus. And the last thing is, one thing I absolutely love is that we do not require more than 600 in personal volume. Up to the top of the leadership ranks that are laid out on our compensation plan currently, you do not need to have more than 600 in personal volume. And there's actually a really cool addition to that 600 in personal volume. When you are at the director ranks, which is associate brand director and higher, you actually get to include up to 300 of anyone that you have in the fast start period. So during that dashing start period, if you have someone who has $300 in personal volume, or maybe you have 10 people and they have so much in personal volume, you get to count 300, up to 300 of that as your personal volume. So you may very well only need and be required to have 300 personal volume yourself to maintain or achieve director ranks, which I think is amazing. I hope that this helped you. I hope that this was something that just kind of opened your eyes a little bit to our compensation plan. You have so much potential to earn a ton of goodies, a ton of rewards, a ton of perks with our compensation plan. And one thing I have to say is the price point of our products is amazing. We hit $1 million in less than 5 months. Other companies have done it in 6 or more. Some of them take years to do. It really speaks volumes for what we can achieve here at Red Aspen. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day.